Hello everybody and welcome back to some more TerraFirmaCraft. We are on episode 2 of season 2 and we are playing in a mod pack called TerraFirmaCraft. Now I know you guys probably want to see some more Bedrock edition content, and don't you worry, it is coming. I just, man, whenever I start playing TerraFirmaCraft, I really get into it with the complexity of the mod and stuff like that. It's just so grindy and yet so satisfying. And today we're building on that even more. Let's go ahead and grab our knife. We've got a little bit of a tech advancement to make real quick because I keep nearly suffering heat stroke. That is a new thing that they have added in the 1.12 version of the TerraFirmaCraft, and yeah, it is quite the killer. So if we take 6 of these horsetails and put them in a crafting bench like that, we can make some wicker. Take 3 pieces of wicker and 5 straw, I believe it is. Yes, and we can make ourselves a nifty straw hat. Put that on, you look goofy as hell, but oh man, it is keeping us cool. And that is something we need, because if we check our X and Z coordinates, we're at like 3355 in the world, and the equator is at 00. So yeah, we are really dangerously close to the equator, which means it is severely hot here, and we gotta keep ourselves cool any way that we can. We may move away from the equator at some point. I'll have to wait until it gets to be winter, because I want to be in a place where it snows, man. Oh, I do not want to be in a spot that does not snow at all. But first things first, let's go ahead and make ourselves some tools. We are going to make a copper sword. We're going to make a prospector's pick. Oh man, I messed that up. Messed it up again. We're going to make a prospector's pick like that. Extra pickaxe head. And a scythe. Now we'll pop all of these guys in a pit kiln, and we're also going to need to make some ingot molds. Oh my god. Some ingot molds like that, and a whole ton of these small vessels. And there we go. We got 9 of these. So we'll place our ingot molds in. We'll place in our vessels. And we'll place in one of those with 6 ingots of copper inside of it, so that's pretty cool. We'll be able to make our 4 tools and our 2 ingot molds and weld those together. First welding we'll be doing in the series. Now I went ahead and made ourselves some chests so that we can clean up our storage a little bit. So I think we're going to store our ores in this chest, and pretty much everything will go in the other chest. Now we can start up these pit kilns with 8 straw in each of them. And 8 logs in each of them as well. Now let's light it up. There we go. While we're waiting on that to cook up, we will go ahead and start cooking some beef. Now with this mod, I also found out, this is the 1.12 version of TerraFirmaCraft, so I found out that we can actually keep our food stacked. Yeah, so whenever we keep it in this bottom slot, if we just leave it in there, see it's got a created value down there, 55,885, and once the other one finishes, it's now at 55,806. So it is saving the value at when it was created and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So as long as they were created at about the same time, they will stack. And we'll go ahead and make a few barrels here. We're going to need this for our leatherworking operation. So we'll pop one there, pop one there. And our last one, we're going to need to do this really precisely. So we need 5 buckets of water in there. Yep. And then we can take our hammer, take all of our marble rock that we've happened to find, and we can crush it up into flux, and that is going to be essential for us. So we can take 10 of these flux and put it in half of a barrel. That makes our lime water. Now we should be able to pop that up there. Then we'll go ahead and take our two large rawhides that we've got. We'll seal them in. We'll get some soaked hides. Actually, we might want to get a couple of more rawhides before we go on that process. How much time do we have on this? 3 hours? I'm going to go soak in a hot tub. Yeah, so sitting in this hot spring water, it actually ends up healing you. We got to be careful not to overheat and get heat stroke in here, but yeah, should heal us up pretty good. So one thing I neglected to mention, mostly because I didn't know, is that we actually have individual hit point values for each of our appendages. So like if our feet or legs get damaged, we get slowness effect. If our arms get damaged, we get mining fatigue. And our head and body have hardcore hearts. And the reason is that is because we actually will get killed if we take too much damage on either of those positions. It's considered our vital organs, which, you know, it makes a lot of sense. So even if we're at like completely full health, if we take a hard enough blow to the head, it can instantly kill us. Oh, there it is. Sounds crazy, but I actually had lost our camp. I couldn't find it after getting out of that hot tub. So hopefully our metal has not even come close to solidifying yet. I don't think it should have. Very nice. There we go. Now we've got a bunch of copper tools here. We can cool them off in this barrel instead of throwing them in our pond over there. And then I want to see here. We can pop flux in there. And if we take these out, yep, they are cold enough for us to take out. And shift right click. Yeah, that's how the welding works in this mod pack. You can't actually put it up here and press a weld button now. You have to actually weld it together like that. Now we can get all of our tools. Now I believe that we can take a double ingot. I think we can store these in a chest. Yeah, so it's just single ingots we actually cannot store in a chest. Has to be a double one. But so this stuff right here, this flux, that is the big hiccup of our series so far. I know it's only episode 2. I thought we'd get a house built today, and we probably will at least start on construction of a house today. But we have got some other things that we have got to address. We're going to be going on a little bit of a journey today. So I found out that you can actually carry one of these guys around even while it's totally full of small vessels. But if you get a second one that has anything sealed inside of it, it makes you overburdened and then you move super duper slow. So yeah, we're going to be packing up one of these along with us. But before we leave on that adventure, we are going to need to find something. And only a few kinds of animals drop it, I believe. So yeah, we're going to need to do a little bit of hunting. I am curious if, number one, do cows drop it? I've seen plenty of bulls. That one did not. That makes me think they might not drop it. Oh, should I try with horses? I feel so bad trying with horses. Well, I definitely didn't kill any horses, and I'm not disposing of any horse meat because I refuse to eat it. Oh, we might eat some. So sadly, this is not leaving us many options. I guess we're gonna have to make a few javelins. Yeah, we're gonna need to target a bit of a beefier target. Oh, and he's already coming at me. Oh man, he is determined. Well, he followed me pretty far, but he didn't come to the water. Come on, where are you? No, no, come to the water, come to the water. Fight me like a real bear. Oh, I missed. Nice shot, guy. Alright. Think we should be able to outplay him. Oh man, I don't think he dropped what we needed either. Well, what drops it? I did happen to collect some seeds out there. Not very many. Most of the crops were not fully grown, but since we're planning on going on a little adventure in a minute, we're gonna go ahead and plant these guys. Well, I guess the good news is that with all the animals we killed, we can get some some leather going. Oh, I feel bad for those 17 horses we slayed. I'm just kidding. We get a lot more meat than just one per horse, which makes them extremely useful for food. Alright, our leather has finished the first stage of processing. It finished soaking in this lime water here, which we are already running out of. But now we gotta throw it on top of a log and scrape all of the gunk off of this large soaked hide. And you just do that by right-clicking it with a knife. Then we can soak it in our fresh water. We get large scraped hides from this. We soak it in our fresh water. That's gotta soak for a long time. Then it can come out and go into our tannin barrel. While we're waiting on that stuff, we will go ahead and take our wool, which we scraped off of sheepskin with a knife in the crafting bench, and we can make wool yarn. And if we pop into the crafting bench, we can place one stick and a pants shape of this wood here, and that gives us a loom. We pop it down, and then 16 pieces of the wool yarn can go in there, and when we hold down right click, it will weave this into a wool cloth. And we are going to make 3 of these. It's kind of a tedious process, but it's actually really cool. I like the animation for it a lot. Alright, then we can take our 3 wool cloth and 3, what is this, lumber, and we can make a bed. Very nice. Now, our big thing that we are trying to do at the moment is advance from having to use these water jugs because they are quite tedious to have to use. And that is why we needed this. The bladder. Oh, so many horses lost their lives for this. But that's okay. It was for a good cause. If I keep telling myself that, I sleep great at night. Well, I guess since we have all these different fruit tree saplings, let's go ahead and go find a spot and plant them down while we're waiting on the leather over there. Oh yeah, this nice open field actually looks pretty perfect. Let's mow down some of this grass. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice little thing planted, not growing. That one's growing. That one's growing. Cool. So the cherries are the only ones that aren't growing. I'm assuming it's because they're out of season? I think we can see. Yeah, so they grow between 5 and 21 degrees Celsius, and if we check this, yeah, our temperature's 21.2, so it's just a little too hot for these things to grow. But yeah, that's gonna turn into quite a cool little area over there. We might decorate it up with like some cobblestone in between all the trees, or maybe some other kind of stone once I get some materials. Oh my god, all the butchering that we did ended up getting our butchering up to adept. It's no longer novice. Oh, those poor horses. Like I said, good cause. It was for a good cause. And we've been getting our fruit up, so that's pretty good. Got protein all the way full still. I've got one vegetable in my hand. That's not going to go very far, but I've got one. So you can't say I don't eat my veggies. One thing I forgot about, too, is that I kind of had to set this up with a key, but I set it up to the letter U because that seemed to be the only one that was not really taken by something. But if we have a crafting bench in our inventory, we can press the letter U, and it'll just pop up a crafting bench. We don't have to place it and break it and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. Oh, nice. It's all done. Prepared hide. Now we can pop it into the tannin and seal that up, and we'll get leather eventually. Alright, is the leather done? It is. Cool. Let's see if we can work this thing. Let's, first things first, let's make our little technology advancement. We are going to need 2 of these leather flask sides. We got to use that like this in a crafting bench. So we got some wool yarn, leather flask sides, our bladder, and a knife. And that gets us our tech advancement. Oh yeah. Let's fill this up. Oh man. It looks like you can drink out of it quite a bit. Okay, maybe it takes like 3 or 4 drinks, but that's still cool. Okay, and it's got a durability to it. Neat. That definitely beats using these things. Now, I think we're going to have to make some leather armor. Yeah, the armor is kind of essential in this. So we need for the boots a toe piece. Then like that. Yes. And we can put that all on. Nice. Full leather armor. Oh, first time I've ever worn it in my life, I think. While we're at it, I think we'll go ahead and make ourselves a saddle as well. Nothing we can do with it right now, but we got one for when we need one. Now let's go ahead and make ourselves a boat, because we are about to be ready to go on our adventure, I think. Ooh, and I am getting kind of nervous. Let's grab our spare pickaxe. We will probably need one of those. And, oh, let's go ahead and bring our saw too. Any of these not carrying food? Yeah, we got a couple. Oh, we are going to need food. Oh, I was just... Man, I almost completely overlooked that. I think most importantly... I mean, come on, how could we not... How could we not eat some of this raw... This bear meat? Of course, we're not going to eat it raw. But yeah, we definitely got to cook that up first. Alright. Goodbye, home. We will hopefully be back. We're about to take our little trip, and I think the best way that we're going to be able to get around is by boat, because it is just painfully slow to travel around in TerraFirmaCraft, so this was apparently a lake. I knew that. And here we are at the ocean. Let's go ahead and take our drink. Maybe 2. Fill up our flask and head out. I think for starters, I want to head west. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what I want to do. Then, hopefully we can find some flux-bearing rock. I think it will spawn in marble, limestone, clay, and chalk. Or if we happen to see borax as well, that's another rock type that it will actually spawn in. So we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled for those things. Another thing I'll be looking out for is any crops that happen to be on the ground so that we can collect their seeds, and any kind of tree types. That's regular tree types or fruit tree types as well. Oh! I just broke my legs. Ooh, blueberry. Yeah, I need to be a lot more careful. This grass that actually grows on the ground, it slows you down. So I was sprinting, but then once I hit a piece of that, I stopped sprinting, and when I jumped, I fell straight down that ravine. Luckily, it wasn't a very deep one, but yeah, still stinks. Because now I gotta, like, find a hot spring so that I can heal my legs. Make sure we're still heading west, and we are. Very nice. Now, I do have a mini-map. This mod comes with a mini-map, but I'm trying really hard to not use it or use any of the maps that they provide me, because I don't know. I guess I just want to make things extra brutal for myself. Oh, dude. We gotta stop here. Is this what I think it is? It is. It's graphite. Oh, baby. Oh, man. It's even got an advancement with it. Oh, man. That is just amazing. There's a bear right there. Oh, there's a whole family of bears. No. No. Man, that stinks. A whole family of bears is camping my graphite deposit. I'm gonna go and try and find some water real quick so that guy hopefully doesn't attack me. Oh, man. And copper in the area. That's nice. I don't necessarily need the copper as much as I need the, like anything else. Well, I was gonna go and attack them, but it seems like they've left the area at least a little bit for now. So I'll just set down some javelins. Yeah, they're over there. Alright, we have hit some graphite. I'm gonna spend some time mining this stuff up. I'm gonna try not to break our very first pickaxe. Number one, I want to save this pickaxe and store it. I think it would be pretty cool treasure to have. I'm kind of into saving all my first tools that I collect. And number two, I don't really want to break any of our metal tools because I kind of think that with the right technology, we can melt these things down and get our metal back. So that'll really come in handy later, as I'm sure that the recipes for everything are going to get more and more expensive. Alright guys, so check it out. We are finally back from our little expedition, and I only showed you half of what I did. I actually had to come back off to drop off all of the copper that we had mined. This is over 200 ingots of copper that we ended up mining, which is pretty cool. Also got tons and tons of graphite, which we'll be able to use for fire clay to make things like a crucible and stuff like that. I also got borax. But as it turns out, in TerraFirmaPunk, you could take the hammer and crush borax into flux. But it turned out that, yeah, that wasn't the case with this. Turns out borax is actually used in this mod pack to get boron dust. Whatever that is. I don't exactly know what boron dust is used for. And I'm not going to worry about it right now because, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of complicated stuff to this mod. But one thing that is really cool is that I ended up going out and finding an area with marble, and it's about maybe 2,000 blocks out to the north. So it's quite the trip to get out there. But we were able to make it out, and yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So this is our second pick that we had made, and it has got 20 uses left, so not too much. And this is our very, very first pick, and I'm wondering if we can make armor stands. Which it turns out that we can, and they're relatively cheap. Just need a bundle of sticks and a smooth slab. But now that our pickaxe is almost broken, we're probably going to just go ahead and craft up another copper one. Like I said, I think I can get this copper back later. So I'll pop in a bunch of the straw into these guys. Then we need to pop our 8 logs into each of these. And we'll light it up by throwing a torch down on there. And that should take about 8 hours in-game, and then we'll have a whole ton of metalworking to do. And while we're at it, we're going to stay on top of processing leather. So we seal up our rawhides into the lime water, let them soak for a long time. Then after that, they get scraped on the log with a knife, go into the fresh water for a while, then they go into the tannin for a while, which is like a barrel of fresh water, and then we can use like an oak log or a hickory log or something like that to sealed in there to go ahead and make a barrel of tannin. Well, it finally stopped raining, but now the sun is setting. It actually looks quite majestic in TerraFirmaCraft. I really like it. Alright, pit kiln just now finished. So let's go ahead and grab all of our stuff. First things first, let's cast up this pick mold real quick. Nice. Now we can start filling up these metal ingot molds. Oh man, I'm starting to realize that 25 ingots at a time might have been a bit ambitious. Yeah. The metal's really starting to cool down in there. Let's hope that we can get this all poured before it starts turning solid. Oh, it's solidified. Well, I knew that was coming, to be fair. Oh well, we can at least pop all of this out and try and weld it up. Oh, man. These even got too cold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got one more. Oh, we were one shy of making a full copper anvil. Man, that is unfortunate. Oh well. Go ahead and stack these up on the ground for now. That's how you have to store your ingots in TerraFirmaCraft, is by shift right clicking them onto any kind of block, really. Alright, we got a couple more ingots here, and that will let us make our final ingot for the copper anvil. Oh man. Well, pretty cool. Not exactly what I wanted to get done today, but, you know, it is what it is. That looks pretty cool. It's a little bit on the orange side, but, you know, we want to upgrade that as soon as possible. Pretty cool. I like how it stores the stuff on the top. That's a neat little touch that they added there. But I think that is going to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be working on the house for sure in the next episode, because I feel so poor living like this. Look at us. We're living out of our boxes and barrels all on the side of the road here. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, even got our poor little campfire. Wouldn't it be so much nicer if this was in our front yard or on our porch of our newly constructed house on the hill? I personally think so. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one.